Let's do this.
Here we go.
Welcome, everybody, to the show. I'm Erik
And I'm Adam Harrington.
And you're in the booth with Adam and Erik. We have a great show for you this time. We want to thank you, of course, for watching, and we really appreciate all the response we've gotten from episode 1.
Right, a lot of positive feedback. We're very happy that you guys are happy, and we're going to keep this up as long as you'll have us.
In this episode, we talk to Owen Thomas. This is a very talented man. He does voiceover, film, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of his current projects, we hope.
Right, you might know Owen better as the voice of Twisted Fate and Victor in League of Legends, Omid in The Walking Dead, and about a billion other characters.
We're also going to show you the fan art that we've been getting.
Oh, the fan art. You know I love the fan art.
I want to talk about the fact that the first episode was an announcement and a contest. So, who won?
Well, we had our boy Corey, who was the most upvoted. He had a great question. We'll get to that later. But, of course, he wins a Skype session with me and Erik and a signed OP Banana. Great kid, big summoner. And here's a little bit of that.
I don't really have a main, but my favorite champ to play with is probably Draven.
Yeah! So, hey, you know, you won the banana, too.
I can add to my collection.
Oh, you got some.
Of the orange.
Oh, shit.
Say orange, nice.
I got the bomb.
Oh,
Nice.
I haven't seen the bomb. That one's new. So this is what they were giving out at PAX East?
Yeah, they were giving out, like, all 4 of them. The orange, banana, the Lulu cupcake, and then the bomb.
Did you meet Lily and POV and all those guys?
Yeah, I met them. Yeah, I met the Yordles.
That's awesome. Thanks, Corey. A lot of fun. Very funny kid. And keep gaming, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. So we had a winner for the first episode, and we're going to give away a prize in this episode as well, but a little bit later, so stick around.
Stick around.
All right, so let's just jump straight into the inbox.
Inbox.
Now, I'm going to go to my notes here because I have them all printed out. And of course, Corey, the winning question was, can you do a serious situation with Draven and Shaco, and then do the same situation with a very comical approach?
Well, the short answer to that is no, we can't.
We just got off the phone with Legal, and they've requested that we stick with lines that are in the game instead of actually writing for those characters.
Right. Understandably, the powers that be are a little leery of their voice actors going rogue and going way off course, and we get it. So.
We did try to give him a little bit of something in the Skype.
Right. No, he got his answer in Skype.
P-Bat was about the second up.
My boy P-Bat.
Yes, and he said he's really happy with the show. He had a question of, regardless how much you play the game, who is your favorite and least favorite champ? I love Draven.
Of course you love Draven.
If I had to pick somebody that I'm not the voice of, I love that Gragas.
Gragas, I think it is. You should know how to say your own name.
Oh, my name, right, because I look so much like him. Broloff.
We are pretty much Brolov here, incarnate. I'm going to take the male chauvinist, sexist pig approach and pick my buddy, our buddy, Melissa Hutchison's character, Ash, just because she is so hot.
She is hot.
And the character we don't like.
Well, yeah, I suppose that'd be Teemo.
Nobody likes Teemo.
Every con, everywhere you go, there's always a Teemo hat.
Whatever.
And of course, we got to give a shout out because Owen's here on this episode and he's Twisted Fate. I love Twisted Fate.
And Victor.
And Victor.
Who else do we have here?
We had a question that came in that has several people asking roughly the same thing. And it's kind of like, what would be your dream VO gig? And I think we agreed that one of our highest ranked, for us, our most upvoted, would be to get the golden handcuff, they call it in voiceover, to do trailers and promos and stuff. We love doing In a World.
One man.
A renegade robot cop.
But that's a tough club to crack. Really, you can break it down to about 10 or 20 voice actors in the entire world that get steady work doing that. And you have to be in LA, but that doesn't mean we ain't going to stop trying.
That's right. And the other one that I think is pretty much equally as high and probably just as tough to get into would be Pixar.
That's right, especially since they're right here in our backyard. You listening, Pixar? We're right here. Two of the most talented guys you're going to find right here in your backyard.
Okay, well, that was a heck of a ploy.
I'm sure it'll work.
Flying Panda 1990, man, you guys are so chill. Well, thanks.
Maybe Eric. You don't know me too well, Flying Panda.
We also had Juansus, 73. I don't know how to say your name, Juan. I'm sorry.
It's Juansus.
Okay, so since your voices are so deep, it would be a lot of fun to see you try to voice over some of the high-pitched champs like Timo and Vigar. And could you do that?
I'm going to leave that to you, Eric.
Yordles for the win!
There's a reason we do the champs we do, guys.
Thanks to Chadman for writing in, as well as that Tate guy also had your favorite gigs, and Trollman, Mr. Trollham was one of the others.
Mr. Trollham. How you doing, buddy?
We appreciate you guys asking roughly the same question and asking questions anyway.
Yeah.
Trade Chat, who I think we all know is one of the queens of the nerds.
Danielle, my buddy
Panzer.
Danielle.
She just had a comment. She said, I wish I was a man so I could have such a majestic beard.
Well,
Beard up, bro.
We're very glad you're not a man, Danielle.
That's
and
right.
keep doing what you do, hon. And of course, as usual, well, it's only our second episode, but we're going to go to Stefanos Rex, our good buddy, with his segment, Rex Does Stuff.
Rex?
Rex does stuff.
Hey guys, picked out a few questions this week. First off, from Chadman1270, are there any characters from a series of games that you're not already part of that you would like to voice? Some of you have probably already heard, but Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, David Hayter, the longtime voice of the Snakes, is not returning to voice over Big Boss. There's a pretty big bevy of rumors going around that he's actually going to pop up as like a young Solid Snake in some kind of twist halfway through or something like that. But I know they're supposed to be going like a different direction of him, but I think it'd be fun.
I think my impression is pretty good, but that's just me.
I know they're supposed to be going in a different direction since it's supposed to be the period of Big Boss's life where he's supposed to be different from his clones, but fuck it. From Stop and Drop and Pop, this is more for Rex. When can we see new taunts? You've got some catching up to do.
When I feel like it.
And this one is from Kaio Hikawa. What in your memory would you say was the event or moment that sparked your interest to think, yeah, being a voice actor would be pretty awesome, I should give that a shot? For me, it was the game Baldur's Gate 2. I first played it when I was around 14-ish. I had a little crappy Logitech desktop mic at the time. And it's a role-playing game, and you make your character from the ground up, and I found out that you can actually import your own voiceovers for it. So I did that. I had a boatload of fun with it. I thought it sounded pretty good at the time. And then, yeah, here I am now. Play that game. Really though, if your computer can play the video you're watching right now, you can play Baldur's Gate 2. You don't have any excuses. Go play it. Just do it. And to keep from hogging all the time, I'll pass it back over to Adam and Erik.
So there you go. There's just a sample of some of the questions that we've been getting in comments as well. And thanks to everybody that's commenting and upvoting. Even if it's not your comment or question, we really appreciate that you're upvoting the stuff that you want to hear about.
Absolutely. So what's up next, Eric?
Well, up next is Owen Thomas.
Owen Thomas, voice of Victor, Twisted Fate, and Omid from The Walking Dead, among many others.
Only 2 jokers in the deck, and I get dealt you.
All right, everybody, we're sitting here with Owen Thomas as promised. So, Owen, let's get right into the questions. You know, we just answered a couple of the questions. Was there any of your favorite or least favorite character champs from League of Legends?
Oh, League of Legends.
Other than your own.
Okay, no, I think straight off Ashe. I like hearing Ashe. So I bet you took that, yeah, because it's Melissa. She's one of the greatest people ever.
We love you, Melissa.
But, you know, also the character's looking all right as well. So, but, you know, I believe from what I hear, I should hate Timo.
One of your first big VO gigs, and were you on Cloud 9?
My first big VO gig, I think it was the first thing ever I did. I did it for free, and it was for a friend who basically made children's books, and they wanted an old man character. So I kind of brushed off a Grandpa Simpson hybrid. Well, you can count to 12 or something like that, you know. So, and it was really hysterical and fun, and of course I kept going around the whole day just saying lines from it. And it was.
Does it get old?
I think sometimes if you do, like, because I do a lot of corporate stuff, that gets a little on the old side. But the character stuff doesn't get old. That I find. There's always something new. Even like I tell people, like Omid from The Walking Dead is basically a high-pitched version of my own self. You know, you're going through emotions, which you don't, you know, you do that in games. There's always something new to discover and have to strive for.
There's got to be 1 or 2 characters, gaming characters out there, you know, really sticks out as just awful.
Yeah, there was one I did, and I read the concept for it, and I couldn't believe they were doing this. It's basically the concept is that it's for little kids. You have to go into a casino to gamble to make money to pay for your cat's wedding.
How does this? What does this?
Those
have to do with
cat
little
weddings are
kids?
very
I don't know.
expensive.
And so, but I played the main guy who leads you through it. But the voice they wanted was this.
Oh no.
These are my cats, and they want to get married, but they can't because they don't have any money.
If I had a gun to your head, you'd have to pick your favorite character of all time. Gaming.
Omid.
It would be Omid.
Omid. And the funny thing is, it's basically Omid's voice is my voice, just like a higher, more excited register. I do love doing accents and changing my voice to something more extreme, but that one has stuck with me, and it also is great because it meant so much to so many people.
Yeah. And of course, the important question is, when do we see Omid again? What's happening?
The release came out. The release came out that the game is going to continue in the fall. That's it.
That's all.
That's all the information. They don't want us telling anything.
He knows something, folks. He just ain't telling us.
Why don't we take a second and talk about your League of Legends work, and that's Twisted Fate
and Victor.
And Victor.
Yeah. Again, it was one of those things I had no idea that I had done the characters until Adam helped me figure it out, and Stefanos Rex.
Stefanos helped me figure it out, right?
Yeah, it's been amazing people's reaction to it, and.
He is one of the top 5 of all the champs, and people just love the voice.
Yeah, I feel lucky just to have done that one, and it was so long ago, But people are constantly asking me to do the voice, and again, I've tried to tell them recently. I was like, just lines from the game.
That's all.
I can't do your voicemail.
I think Twisted Fate was one of the 5 original champs.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think so, yeah. So that was about 4 years ago. Did you even remember the game?
No, you had to remind me, but once I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, now I remember that. But again, the first clue I had was at IPL San Francisco, where I did the voice and the audience reacted, and I was like, ah.
Yeah, like, okay, this is a big deal.
This is real.
Yeah.
Definitely it can be taxing. I did one for one of the BioShock games I did. It's the only voiceover I've ever done to this day that I hurt my back.
Oh man!
Really? They were like, now you're being impaled by this, so feel. And I did it. I was like screaming, and then I was like, And
with Twisted Fate, how did you find that voice?
Yeah, I just looked at him, and they really kind of described him as a cowboy. And so I honestly, the first thing that popped in my head was Sam Elliott from The Big Lebowski. And I just thought that line, darkness washed over the dude. You never know how these things are going to go. But back then it was just a picture. And then by the time I got to Victor, they actually had a movie thing for me to watch, which was really incredible.
Right.
And helped a lot.
You do know that Twisted Fate is very popular with the female fans as well, the voice.
I have heard.
As well as Owen as an actor.
Well, I mean, yeah. And then, you get this over here and that over there, and then there's that whole problem. Thank you for coming and prettying up our show, Owen.
You do some acting, and you've done some film work.
Yes, yeah.
You want to give us a little info about that?
My first job on camera, I went to an audition by mistake. They said they were looking for bilingual Chinese-American actors, and somehow I responded. So they were like, well, come in, we might have something for you anyway. So I shot 2 months here and then 10 days in China. I was shooting guns, and there was like a couple scenes with like 50 Asian guys dressed in black and me, and I'm like...
Where do I see this?
I've got clips. You can find clips online for sure. It's on YouTube. There's one scene where I get to unload a machine gun. I was like, acting's great.
Now, what was this called?
The Long and Dangerous Road, which originally was Human Cargo because it's about human smuggling. So it is fun. And so I have The Road and Technicality. The Road is online. You can find it on my YouTube channel. And Technicality, there's that one will eventually be online. So.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way, too. YouTube.com/OwenActor. Correct?
Damn, good memory.
Okay.
You, too, would love to do a Pixar, I'm sure. Or
Sure.
Sure.
Angelina Jolie!
I say we make a date and all 3 of us just bring a bunch of our old CD demos that we don't use anymore and just throw them over the fence at Pixar. Man.
Exactly.
Well, Owen, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
And I guarantee you we will be seeing a lot more of this guy on this program. And
indeed,
it's been a real pleasure, man.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Owen. Any shout-outs? Any last little parting words?
Stefanos Rex, however the hell you pronounce it, thank you for bringing
Rex.
bringing us all in on this.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
Thanks, Owen.
Absolutely. And you will be seeing a lot more of Owen on the show, guys. He's a good friend of ours, and we love having him in.
So, let's show off some fan art.
Oh, now you're talking.
All right. First up,
My friend Ann actually sent it in, like I asked. Remember, we were arguing about
indeed.
this?
And you can see Adam framed it.
If you guys send us your physical, actual fan art, this will definitely be going up in the studio. But we also have a ton of digital stuff that was sent to our Facebook fan pages. And why don't we run through a little bit of that right now?
Steen, thanks for making me look like a rock god. All right, well, that's it. That's episode 2.
Well, wait a minute. We're forgetting something.
We are. You need to comment and get stuff. And what stuff? We're giving away the orange.
Right, the banana was last episode. Now, the Gangplank Orange. And it will be signed by Erik and myself, and Owen, since he's here.
Yeah.
Right.
Get a little Twisted Fate in there.
And as always, to go along with the autographed gift for most upvoted comment, you will get a Skype session with Erik and myself. And again, you guys are encouraged to record it and upload it to your YouTube channels.
Yeah, so help us make you happy. It's all about you guys, really, on this show.
Help us help you.
All right, so get upvoted and get your comments in there. Don't forget, we want comments, questions, requests. If we can do them, we'd be happy to do them for you.
Right, good recipes, how to fix your sink.
Yes, so help us make you happy because we want to make sure that you enjoy the show. So that's it. Thanks very much. From In the Booth, I'm Erik.
And I'm Adam.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching.
You take the children and